Welcome back, guys. So today we'll be solving this clock angle problem. And this problem it tests your quant skills more than your coding skills. And I personally think that the reason of this question being asked in the code beta was to confuse you. Because this question it has just so much of useless information and so much of different terminology that one might easily get confused. And to be honest, if you just look at this question as an overview, like we usually do, then it can actually come up like you might get a little bit of intimidated because this has just actually it seems a little bit of difficult, but trust me, it's not. It's very easy. So what the most of the competitive coders do, right? They don't even read the problem description because most of the problem descriptions they have this storyline. So they just want to avoid wasting time and they just move on to the test case because that gives you a better explanation of what you are supposed to do. But worry not, we are just practicing a code beta, and code beta has a lot of time. We have 6 hours, right? So but I'm not going to read this problem description because this is mostly useless. So we have only two lines here worth reading, and first is this: ist equals to utc plus 24 means the basically in what the period of earth rotation in hours, and this 82.5 it means the longitude. So 82.5 is at it's the longitude of India, and with the help of this formula we have generated this IST, we have generated the Indian Standard Time. Okay, it's plus 530 hours with the UTC, which means Universal Time Coordinates. Okay, now, and the other important line, it's here. We have to take smaller of the two angle formed between the hour hand and the minute hand. Okay, so what I want to tell you that is that we just have to calculate a particular amount of time. Okay, we just have to calculate a time, and after that we have to find the difference, the smaller angle that both of this that is made by this hour hand and this minute hand. Okay, so assume that this is your hour hand and this is your minute hand. Okay, and they make this angle theta. Okay, so we just have to find whichever one of them is smallest, either theta or either 360 minus theta. Why? Because suppose the theta was 270 degree, right? So 360 minus 270 will give me 90, so 90 degree is smaller, right? So we just have to find the smaller degree, and that is just that will just take a one line of code. Okay, but it is important because otherwise without this you might actually fail some test cases. Okay, now moving on to the real question. The real question starts from here, so just try to focus. Okay, we I'm not writing this because this is of no sense, of no meaning, at least to me. If you want, you can just read it. Okay, pause the video and you can read it, but you are wasting your time. Okay, so constraints to show the time difference on the clock. 12-hour clock is shall be used irrespective of period of the Earth rotation for this question only. Okay, so period of Earth rotation is hours, so it's an integer only value, period of Earth rotation, and after that we have this value of longitude, which will give us the longitude value, and it's two place of decimal. Okay, so it's a float value, and we have to the output will be the smallest angle between the hour hand and the minute hand of the clock, which shows the difference between the time, whatever it is. Okay, it doesn't matter. The main thing that we have to print is the smallest angle between the hour and the minute hand. Okay, so now we have our example one, and this will tell you a lot about the question. So we have our two inputs. This is input one and this is our input two. Don't even go into the depth of knowing what it is, what it's not. I don't care. I literally don't care. So let's come to this formula, and we just want to calculate our time, right? How do we calculate it? This is our input one, this 24 that you see, divided by 360. Okay, divided by 360 into this input two. Okay, so we just have to calculate it a time, and how do we calculate it? Our input one, which is 24, divide by 360. It will always be 360 because that is the total length, total degree of our Earth. Okay, into the input two. Okay, I'm not even considering what they are. I don't care. And after that we get a time which is 530. Okay, actually we'll get a value of 5.5 here. Uh, I hope I'm correct. Let me just calculate it. 18 24, it will give me what? 24 divided by 360 into L2150, right? Yes, it will give me 5.5, and after that it means 5.5 hours, and 5.5 hours means 5 hours 30 minutes. So this basically means 5 hours 30 minutes. And after that we have to just you just set your clock to 5 hours and 30 minutes, and after that you find the minimum angle between them, and they and that is 15 degree, right? And similarly we have our second example, 12, 360 and 0 0.0, because I think the time is 12. Okay, the time is 12, and if the time is 12 then both hour and minute, right, both of them are at the same point, and the angle that they make is 0 degree. Okay, so that is our answer. Great. Now I'll actually just let's just go on to a little bit of graphical to understand it better, right? Okay, just give me a second. Huh? All right, pardon me because my drawing is not really good, so I'm really sorry for that. But I've used this red color to denote my hour hand, and I've used this blue color to denote my minute hand. All right, so I'll just assume that my time was 5:30, right? At 5:30, what will where will be my minute hand? It will be at 6, right? Because it's 30. It's basic knowledge. What about my hour hand? Where will it be? My hour hand, it will not exactly be at, well, it will not exactly be at 5, right? Because it's not exactly 5 o'clock, right? It's since it's 30, then it will be between the 5 and 6. So I'll just say that my hour hand is here. Okay, now I need to find the angle that the angle that they make. I need to find this angle, right? How do I do that? I've assumed that this 12 right here, okay, this 12 right here, it's my origin. Okay, this 12 right here, it's my origin. So the degree that this point has is 0 degree. Okay, so I am planning to find this angle, the angle from here, the degree from here to here, and the degree from here to here, and I'll subtract them and I'll take their absolute value, and this will be my basically this will be what, this will be my this will give me the degree between this will give me the value of this, right? We know that. Okay, great. Now how do I calculate this part? How do I calculate how much degree this makes? So it's very simple. Now comes actually a little bit of quant, so try to focus. Okay, the total degree that a clock has is 360, right? And a clock has 12 divisions because it has 12 numbers. So each division will have 30 degree, right? What do I mean by each division will have 30 degree? Just assume that this, what will be the degree between this 12 and this 1? It will be 30 degree, right? It will be 30 degree because each division makes 30 degree. What will be the angle between this 12 and this 3? Since there are three divisions, right? It consists of three divisions and each division is equal to 30. So this angle will be 90 degree. And we know that. Okay, great. It proves our theory. Now what we need to do is i'll just uh, I'll just find where exactly I'll just find where exactly my value is with regarding to r. Okay, so this is exactly at 6. Great. What about this? This is at 5.5. My r end is right now at 5.5. Okay, so now I need to calculate. How do I calculate? 5.5 into 30, it will give me what? It will give me a value which will it will give me the degree that the r and is making from the origin. Okay, so let me just calculate it, how much it will be. 5.5, sorry, 5.5 into 30, right? It will give me 165. Okay, now 165. Okay, now what about our this 6? So 6 into 30, it will give me what? It will give me 180. And if I subtract them and take them take their absolute value, so it will give me 180 minus 165, that will be 15. And trust me, that was exactly our answer. So we'll use this logic to calculate our basically the difference between both of these hands. But now you just have to keep a teeny tiny bit of you know thing and notice that the R and it depends on minute hand, right? A minute hand does not depend on anything. Okay, so if it's 30 minutes, then I'll just okay, my minute was this, right? I was this value, I had this value, 5 minutes and 30 seconds, right? So how I need to 30 minutes, I need to bring this into this a number of digit. Okay, so how do I do that? It's very simple. 30 minutes, and I need to know that if the time is 30 minutes, then where exactly will my minute hand point? I need to know that. Once I know that, my question will become very simple. So I need to calculate two things: at which number my R hand will be pointing, right? My R hand, and at which number my minute hand will be pointing. Okay, so now let's start. How do I calculate where my R hand will be pointing? My R hand will depend on my minute hand also, right? The what is the total amount of time? Because that is really important to me, because I hope you know that the R hand depends on the total amount of minute that you have. Okay, so how do you calculate the where the your basically your R hand will point? Okay, it's very simple. You have to do this. Five, sorry, not five. Basically, what is your total? What current R you are at? Okay, R. I am at this R. Okay, and what about minute? How much effect of this? How much effect that minute will have on you? It's simple. Just take your minute and divide by 60, because minute by 60 will give you R, and after this you know that your value, your R is currently this. So if I use this example, then R was at 5, right? R was at 5. 5 plus 30 divided by 6. It will give me what? 30 divided by 60. It will give me uh, 5.5, and I know that. Great. It's great. My R and it is 5.5. So now I know that my R and is 5.5, and I just multiply it into 30, and I'll get my degree. My total degree it makes with the origin. So now I have calculated my R and degree. Right? We are done with the R and. Okay, so for calculation of where my minute hand will be, I'll just look at some patterns. Okay, so if my time was, let's just say my time was 15 minutes, where will be my number, where will be my minute hand pointing? It will be pointing at 3, right? If my time was 20 minutes, where will be my minute hand pointing? It will be pointing at 4. If my time was 25 minutes, my minute hand will be pointing at 5. So basically every 5 minutes will basically show me an increase in a number. So if I just do this 30 by 5, it will give me the number at which my minute hand will be pointing. So my minute hand is pointing at 6. Okay, I hope you know that. I hope you have got that. Why? Because this. If the time was, let's just say that the time was 55, right? Then my minute hand will be pointing at 11. If my time was 50, my minute hand was pointing at 10. So increase in 5 minutes shows that the number that my minute hand was pointing, it increases by 1. Okay, if the time was 5, my minute hand is pointing at 1. If my time increases by 10 minutes, 5 minutes more, then my minute hand increases as 2. So basically this is the I know it may sound a little bit silly, but that is what I'm going to use, and it will make your question very easy to understand, right? So now we know that my minute hand is this. It will point at 6. So I'll just calculate the degree that it will make. It will make 6 into 30, right? Great. Now I know that it makes 6 into 30, and after that I just subtract it with 5.5 into 30, and I'll get my answer, which is 15. And boom, it's that simple, right? Now I'll move on to the interesting part, that is the coding part, and it's really really easy. Okay, just give me a minute. All right, now let's start with the coding. Let me look at the input. The first value is a period and the second value is longitude. I just want to keep my naming like that. So period will it's an input value, right? Keep this in mind that period will be in input format, sorry, int format. Why I'm saying input format, okay. And this longitude, it will be in a float value, right? Longitude, it will be a float type. So don't typecast it into int, and keep those things in mind. It may seem silly, but it will cost you your code vita. Okay, after that, how do I calculate my time? Where was my test case? Let me get back to you this, right? So input 1 divide by 360 into input 2. Okay, so input 1 is my period into sorry, divide by 360 or whatever you want, 360, and multiply by input 2. Okay, uh, input input 2 means longitude. I was actually going to write input 2. Okay, so now I have my time, what my current time is. Okay, so it will give me a value of 5.5. Now I need to make this value of 5.5 to 530, right? So what do I need to do? I need to basically just calculate my R and time. So I'll calculate my R. How do I calculate my R? I'll just typecast this into int, and it will lose all of its float value, and I'll just get my R. Okay, so I'll just keep on writing some values. So if the time was 5.5, okay, I'll just get this value 5.5. So my R will become what? It will become 5. Great. Now what about my minute? How do I calculate my minute? It's very simple. What you need to do is you basically need to do this time minus your hours, your R basically, into 60. Okay, so this will give you your minute that you have. Pretty simple, right? Okay, time will be what? 5.5. 5.5 minus 5 will give me 0.5. 0.5 into 60 will give me 30. So my minute will become 30. Okay, great. Now I have my R, I have a minute. Now I just need to calculate my R angle, right? R angle. How do you calculate your R angle? Simple. R plus minute divide by 60. It will actually just add back to a time. It will actually become 5.5 again, right? It will actually become 5.5 again. I don't even need to do that, but why I'm doing this? All right, it doesn't matter. So if you just want, you can actually just write time here. I'm noticing this now. I don't need to actually just go back and forth for this minute part, but if you want, you can just replace this R angle with this time, but it's on you. Okay, into what? Into 30, because each division costs you 30 degree. Okay, Now I need to calculate my minute angle. How do you calculate your minute angle? Pretty simple. The the minute you have, if we have 30, yeah, we have 30 minutes, right? 30 divided by 5, because uh, increase in 5 minutes will lead you to increase in a number. Okay, so minute by 5 into 30. Right, now I have my R angle, I have a minute angle. I need to find the minimum angle that they make, right? So firstly I need to just find the difference between them from the because I have right now just calculated their angle from the origin. Okay, I have what I've done is I've calculated the angle that they make from the origin. Okay, now I need to calculate the angle they make from each other. Okay, angle they make from each other. Okay, not for, it's from. So I'll just take an absolute value and I'll just subtract this R angle and minute angle. Okay, I hope you're following up. All right, now I have my angle. So my angle can be like this. My angle can be 30 degree. It can also be 27 to 70 degree. Okay, so I now need to find the minimum angle. How do I do that? I have already mentioned it beforehand. I need to find this minimum angle, right? So an angle can have only two values. It can either be it can either be the angle itself, or it can be 360 minus angle. Whichever one of them is low, that will be my answer. Okay, now I just need to print it. And by the way, I think they mentioned something in the output. Okay, uh, smallest angle, and it should be up to two decimal places. Okay, so I'll just typecast this into I'll just typecast this till two decimal places. How do you do that in Python? 0.2f. Okay, and by the way, if you use C++, there are other formatting options. There's printf. If you are using C++, you again have a printf, and in Java also you have some options, right? I don't remember exactly. So I'll just format them, my minimum angle, right? And this will be my complete answer. And this R thing, they have mentioned that what this will be a 12-hour clock only. Okay, so just to be in the safe side, what I'm doing is my R can actually be this 13 or 14, so I'm just making it into a 12-hour time. So how do you do that? It's very simple. If your R is greater than 12, if my time is, let's say, 15, then what does 15 mean? My 15 means 3, right? So I'll just do this. My R is equal to R minus 12. Okay, so this is just covering up a few mistakes that one can make. Okay, if my R is greater than 12, I'm just subtracting it by 12 and I'm getting my value. And after that, my code is same. Now let's try to run our code. I'll just copy these test cases. Okay, 24 and 82.50. This answer should be 15.00. I'll run my code. Okay, no errors. Okay, what was 24 divided by 82.5? 15.00. Perfect. What about our second test case? Let me just copy it. 12 into 360.00. Okay, I'll just run it here again. 0.00 and the output is 0.00. Perfect. Our code is working exactly. So I'll just give you another brief of what I did. If I have to break it in steps, I just take input by step one. All right. After that, I calculated my R and time. Right. I'll just calculate my sorry calculate this R and time, right? And after that, I have just calculated the angle that they make from the origin. And how did I do that? Simple. For R, I know that R depends on minute also, so I converted this minute back into R, right? And I multiplied them into 30. Why? Because each division makes 30. Is by division I make mean this 12, 1, 1, 2, this part, right? So each division constitutes to 30 degree. Okay. What about at minute our minute angle? So we saw a pattern that for each 5 minutes, for each 5 minutes, the number increases by one. If the time is 5 minutes, then the minute hand will point at one. If the time is 10 minutes, that the minute hand will point at two, right? So for every 5 minutes, I'll know which number it points to. So I have my minute. I'll just divide it by 5, and I'll get at which number it points to. And after that, I'll just multiply it by 30, and I'll get the minute angle. The minute angle minute hand is making. Okay, that angle the minute hand is making. Okay, great. And after that, this is the angle that they make with the origin. So I'll just subtract both of them, and I'll get the angle that they make with each other. And after that, there are two possibilities. If the angle is 270 degrees, then I need to find the minimum angle. So how do I do that? I just subtract it by 360. I just find it whichever one of them is minimum, either the angle or either the 360 minus angle. That will be my minimum angle. And after that, I've just formatted it into point to decimal places, and that is my answer for this clock angle problem. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. And my throat is really dry. Thank you.